I got the chance to play Battlefield 6 in the multiplayer reveal event in LA. You're wondering why a new channel like mine got invited to play this event in LA? Well, I was invited because of my other channel, my German channel. That's just my second channel, which I started right now for obvious international purposes. In this video, I'm sharing the first gameplay we got to play, since we were also allowed to capture footage. There will be a couple more videos in the coming days, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, and since this is a new channel, please do so, to support it actually. Let's start with the awesome news. The game will officially be released on October 10th this year, obviously. From that day on, and I use a curse word now, pre-order it and play it for yourself. But before that, there's also the chance to play it early. In a couple of days, the 7th and the 8th, there will be a closed beta, which you can only join with a key. However, on the August 9th and 10th, the open beta begins and everyone can play. And it doesn't stop there. There's another open beta slot from August 14th to 17th, where you can also jump in and play. I already played Battlefield 6 for about 4 hours at the capture event, and honestly, all the rumors are true. This game is a spiritual successor of Battlefield 3 and 4, just in a modern package. Since I was invited to LA by EA, this video is sponsored by EA, just to be clear. Still, I can say whatever I want. These are my own opinions, not EA's. My first impression is almost entirely positive. There are a few things I think might need some tweaking or maybe even be removed altogether, but more on that later. Let's start what really stood out to me in a good way. First of all, the look and feel of the game. It feels exactly like a Battlefield game should feel. That weird vibe from 2042, which was somewhere between a fun shooter and a real Battlefield game, is completely gone. It's much more serious, gritty, classic Battlefield. It's also noticeably slower than its predecessor, which might sound negative at first, but it's actually not. Movement is super smooth, just a bit more weighty. Everything feels a little heavier, not sluggish, just more grounded. It adds a level of realism that I personally really like. Movement is still very fluid, something I really loved in Battlefield 5. You can jump through windows, slide across the map and move in creative ways. And that works really well here too. Gunplay feels tight, exactly how I want it to be in a Battlefield game. The weapons feel powerful and satisfying to shoot. And of course, a big Battlefield promise is back: destruction. And yes, it's absolutely here. You can destroy almost everything on the map, blow through buildings, take down ceilings and floors, and carve new paths through structures. You can drive tanks through buildings or flatten an entire house with an IV. It's all very impactful, but not too much. There's still some cover left, and it keeps the maps feeling dynamic and fresh each round. Sometimes this house stays up, sometimes another. Great stuff. The maps we played felt really good to me. I prefer maps that are a bit more compact, not overly huge, so you get into the action quicker and don't spend ages running around. That's why Battlefield 5 is one of my favorite titles. For me, and probably many other Battlefield fans, atmosphere is everything. Battlefield 1 showed how important the feel of a game is. From the moment you launch it and join a match, it all has to fit together for the full experience. That's thanks in no small part to the sound design, which has always been a Battlefield strength, just like the visuals. And honestly, I don't need to say much more about the graphics. You can see for yourself how stunning the game looks. Battlefield moments are back too. In one of the first matches, I managed to shut down a helicopter with an RPG. That kind of thing only happens in Battlefield. Just awesomeness. Time really flew by while playing. That's a good sign. You're so immersed in the game, you don't even notice how long you've been playing. That's exactly what happened to me. Unfortunately, I only got to fly a helicopter briefly and didn't get to fly jets at all. But I'll definitely make up for that during the betas. I want to take a closer look at everything. So this was basically a first impression of the game. Of course, some things might still change. We're technically still in the beta phase, though major changes probably won't happen this close to release. But honestly, I don't think they need to. It's a very strong start. The launch goes smoothly. I really think this could be a fantastic game. To me, Battlefield is truly back with this title. The weapon attachment system is also really well done. You get a certain number of points to spend. Better attachments like extended mags or top grips cost more, so you might have to save on others. It's a cool system that prevents everyone from always using the exact same builds. You can tailor weapons depending on how you want to play. Here are a few smaller things I noticed that were really well done. Revive dragging. When reviving a teammate, you can drag them to safety while reviving. Super handy. Sniping felt great too, more like Battlefield 5, a bit easier than in other games. Dead soldiers drop their kits, which you can pick up. Classic Battlefield feature, but still nice to see. Death screen. When you were killed, the silhouette of the enemy who shot you stays visible on your screen. Very helpful for understanding what just happened. I think it would even be better if it also showed where they moved afterwards. But maybe that's too much info. There is, however, one thing that worries me, and this is where I start to get a bit more critical. The Assault class can carry 2 primary weapons. This has been talked about before. In the build we've played, you couldn't take any weapon as a secondary, but you could take shotguns, DMRs or carbines. So yes, you could run with an assault rifle and a shotgun, or an assault rifle and a DMR. This causes real balance issues, especially on smaller modes like squad deathmatch or infantry-focused maps. I saw more shotguns than I've ever seen in a Battlefield game. In the past, picking a shotgun meant sacrificing something, usually range. Now you can still carry a solid mid-range assault rifle and just switch to the shotgun for close quarters. Or you can pair an AR and a DMR and be covered at all ranges. I really don't like that, and I think it could become a serious issue. If they could turn that off or limit it, I'd be happy. It also kind of undermines the team play aspect. Assault feels more like a lone wolf class again. Even if you can't self-heal, it's still kind of overpowered. Also, while movement overall is good, I did have some minor issues. Coming out of a slide or a jump sometimes felt a bit clunky or wobbly. Probably intentional to slow down fights a bit, so you're not immediately pinpoint accurate after a slide, but it did make things feel slightly off. It's subtle but noticeable. Could be a bit tighter. As for jet and helis, like I said, I didn't get much time in them. I flew the attack heli briefly, which is more sluggish by nature. I'll test them more during the beta. Anyway, soon everyone will be able to play Battlefield 6. Are you excited? Did this video get you hyped? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I really feel like Battlefield is back. It was a ton of fun. It's a modern shooter with strong Battlefield 3 and 4 vibes. That's exactly what it needed to be. Now all that's left is a smooth launch. Maybe they will polish a few things. And if so, I really believe Battlefield is back. Hope you enjoyed the small insight, even if the sound might be a little more echoey than usual here in the hotel room. But I didn't want to miss the chance to get this video out. See you in the next one. Bye!